Well guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're here with this AM Defender. Well, we got the whole plow bracket, as you guys know, the AM Defender, and we're going to show you how to install this plow. Well, there's not many directions. There's tons of papers in there, but no directions. So what we're going to do is give you guys a kind of a quick breakdown of how this goes. Well, we're going to start out with the front bracket here that goes underneath. Right here, we'll show you guys how that goes underneath. There is two different parts you need to know. The little bolts that go here and over here. See the small section? That's the back. The big section over here is the front. And these two bolts here are going to be the long bolts. And I'll show you that in a minute. So let's climb underneath there and we'll show you guys. Well guys, the first thing we're going to do on this install is to get our bracket right here underneath. As you guys know, the long end here, this is going to go towards the front. The short end is going to go towards the back, guys. Also, making sure that you put this part up over the frame, not down. If you put it down, it'll hit the bolts and you will not be able to get it onto your plow. So the first thing you want to do is put it over top. They have these 4 bolts right here. I'll get one in here, kind of get it started. Got the bolt in, start the nut on top. Okay, next in, I'll put one in the back. Okay, other side. We are on a roll, guys. And they're going right up here on the frame, as you guys can see. And there we go. Now I got the one back here. Hopefully you guys can see this pretty well in here. It's kind of hard to see, especially if I'm maneuvering my arms. I do not have this jacked up, so we're just kind of hanging out. Now I got those in. Next up, we have a little L bracket like this, which you can go on the top up here by the frame. And then we're going to take this bolt right here, run it all the way through. All the way through the looks like a 2-inch thick frame, and then put this on top of it. It's going to sit just like this, guys. So the hole's on top. There we go. Just to let you know, I'm leaving everything loose like this, as you guys can see, just so it gives me room. If you tighten up one, you might have to fight to get yourself in another hole, and you don't want that. Well, next part is to take this off. Okay. So I'd recommend this one, guys, right here, a little bit longer. They get you past this so you're not in the way. It is an 8mm. One side down, next side to go. We did have a lot of mud over there, but I did try to scrape it off. Now we have it off, we're just going to take off. We're going to release the plow and take it out. Well guys, as I told you, I got mud in everywhere. Oh man, that was not good, guys. That's not even funny. So now if you're like me, just clean the mud out real quick. Yeah, that's a lot. Let's not judge, guys. Judging is bad, right? So as I got this off, you're gonna need a pair of pliers. They have these little retainer rings on here. Pull it off. See right here, guys, pop this clip out like this. Takes this whole thing out. Next up, pull your little rubber garment off and pull this off. This one you won't need anymore. Put it to the side. You might need it for later or something. So, there's a lot of dirt in there and garbage. But now this roller is going to go on the bottom. See the big roller? And that one is used for your plow. If it doesn't fit through here, guys, you can always take one of these bolts off and flip it out a little bit. Sometimes this metal will not fit through there. We're hoping that we can get it through. It's not looking good. Nope. So what happens, guys, as you can see right in here, just want to go through that because it's too wide. So we're going to take it back a little bit. Now, since of all the fun stuff, I'm going to loosen this up a little bit, tip it back, feed it through, then make sure my washer and stuff are all lined back up. Feed it through there, put my bolt back on, tighten it. This is not the fun part, guys. But sometimes you gotta do things you don't really want to do. So, let's see if we can get this thing back together, guys. Put the other one back through here, other side. Most of that mud's out of there now, but I still gotta go around the winch, which gives you very little room to get your fingers in there. If you got hand fingers, might be a little bit of extra work. My wrench. Anybody see my 15 millimeter? Did you take it? Because I didn't. There it is. I thought one of you guys took it. Okay. The good thing with the flange on the back of it, it doesn't go anywhere. The one without the flange on the back, you know, as an open-end wrench, kind of slides over it. Okay. Before you tighten it too much, make sure you have a good line up. There you go, snug it down. Looks good to me. Okay, we got our winch with the new bracket. For some reason, I don't know why they still put that bracket on in the first place. Why didn't they make you change out a bracket to put a winch on? Question there. If you're listening to Can-Am, think about that. Is it that big of a deal to put that bracket on there? Looks like it's heavier duty on the bottom, which, yeah, it's just way heavier duty. I mean, is it that much more money to put that on there? I don't know. If you're listening to Can-Am, you know. So next up, we're going to put this on here, a rubber garment back on. We're going to take our clamp, put our clamp back through, put our pin back through the middle like this. New cotter pin that they give us. Well, make sure you can see better than I can. Put the new cotter pin in. So the next part, guys, right here, if you're looking, we're going to take these brackets right here. There's two holes that are going to mount into these holes right here. See these big, big holes? Well, they give you a little insert like this that goes in between them. Just like that. We're going to take those and we're bolting them in there. And we have these bolts right here. These bolts right here. So, So once you got it pinned in a little bit like that with the first bolt, try not to move it around too much. Get your washer, you can kind of lift it up on the backside and get that washer set in. Get your lug. And when you do this, the outside is going to be an 18, inside is going to be a 19. Yeah, that's off. We're sitting back on the ground again. It's like camping. Now we got those 2 bolts in there. Like we said, one's a 18, the other one, the nut is a 19. Yeah. And then right here, you have these little ones here, and they're kind of like a stopper. So the way you want to do is, the way you set them up, they have a groove on them. So when you put them on them, guys, there's a little notch on them. I just take the notch and I'll put it towards the front. You can do it however you want. These used by how much it'll kick back on you. Just make sure that when you do them, the way you put them on there, you put them both on the same, guys. So what I'm gonna do on mine is I'll put mine, this one here with the notch facing forward, and then I'll do the same thing on the other side. Make sure you put them on the outside, not on the inside, the outside. So once I got all these lined up the way I want them, they have, next up, these 2 eyelets here, and take the first nut that does not have a lock nut on it, roll it down as far as you want, put yourself a washer, drop it down into here, put the second washer on top, and then take the lock nut, put it over top. Same thing with the other side. Work. Next up, put the other one in. Ooh. Lose some light behind us. Okay. 17 millimeter. Hold it down. So these springs, guys, when you hit it, it'll really do the kickback. So when you hit something on the bottom, it'll tip it forward. You don't want them, you want them just kind of snug on there. You don't want them cranked on there. So what I do is I measure them out here. So I am about 1.25 inches on mine, and that's gonna make me happy. So I'm gonna tighten this bottom bolt up. Do the same thing on the other side. And once I do that, I'm gonna put a nut right here on the bottom. Also, guys, right here, I like to make sure these are lined up straight up and down. The reason I do that is so they don't move. They got more room to play if they have to. They got more room to play. Well, for some reason you're still watching this. I don't know why. But we're getting ready now to do the part. We take the plow and put it over here. The problem is, guys, the plow is pretty heavy. If you got 2 people to help, what I'm gonna do here is probably not recommended. It's not the best for you. That's why you want 2 people, guys. Okay, guys, so here is your release right here. So you step this down like this. That'll open up your brackets back here, so it'll slide up. Next thing you do is you put it under here. Right here. This bracket is used just to mount it. Once you get it mounted, you take it back off. I'll show you what I mean. So now I got it here. Got it hooked up here on my bracket. So now I'm gonna go on inside and I'll show you what I mean. And once it's all mounted like that, last thing you gotta do, guys, is take this off right here. Roll it out. This is only used, guys, to get it on there. And then after that, lift it up. And then you just get it out of the way, guys. Flip flip it back down, and you're all set to go plow. That's simple, guys. And just like that, guys, your Can-Am Defender is plow ready, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you like, subscribe, hit the stuff down below. Looks like a snowflake right there. That's kind of weird. I don't know where it's coming from, but hey, guys, see you guys in the next video.